Hi, welcome to my channel, Grayson Thinks. I'm Grayson. Today we will be talking about my the top 10 monsters I think are the strongest in the Godzilla franchise. Number 10, Mothra. The reason I picked her is because she has really cool abilities, like when she starts out as a larva, as a little cat, as a big gigantic caterpillar, and she can shoot out webs from her mouth, and it can trap enemies where they're open for an attack. And she can also, when she's and and the good thing about when she is fly out herself, like the flying herself thing of her, she can attack enemies from above, from their weak spot, from like a weak spot, and it's hard for them to get up with her because she can fly fast with with top speed. And and there's another reason. She can interact with people who help her beat monsters she wouldn't be able to beat otherwise. Okay, so number 9, Muto. I think I put Muto at number 9 because because she's big. Muto is bigger. Even if she can't fly like Mothra, she's still very strong in one way. When she hatches her babies, they can help her fight, which which helps her defeat stronger monsters, which she wouldn't be able to beat otherwise, which is good for her. But the reason she's not higher on the list is because she doesn't have enough offense ability else otherwise. Okay, number 8, Shin Godzilla. The reason I put Shin Godzilla on 8 is because he is very unique. So when he comes out of the water, his first form is just to crawl around. His second form is to get like on his knees. The third, standing up. The fourth, shooting out his atomic breath. So his atomic breath. So I picked him because of because of how strong his atomic breath is. It starts out as smoke, and then goes to fire, and then turns into a purple beam coming out of its mouth. And also, it has a mouth on its tail, and which makes it where the tail can shoot out a purple beam too. And the best form, and what I think is his most powerful attack, the lasers coming out of the beams, the purple beams coming out of his spikes. So basically there's purple beams that come out of his spikes and can hit in all sorts of directions, from attacks from above. This way, any flying monster would get badly hurt whenever they tried to attack from above. Unfortunately, the reason he wasn't higher on this list is because if you can survive the atomic breath, its laser, its beams and fire and stuff, then after that it goes into a slumber. It's pretty open for an attack. So when it attacks, so when it can't attack anymore, and if other monsters get to that point, they'll really do good on him. Okay, so number 7, Gigan. The reason I think Gigan should be number 7 is because of his unique abilities. He started out as a dinosaur, already pretty powerful, and then aliens turned him into half cyborg. And he has these weird razor claws that can change throughout when he's battling for a different monster. So he can change it for the right battle. He can even put like a chest. He can even change it, his like stomach and chest to a chest plate, which makes him stronger in defenses on the stomach. So yeah, and the reason he wasn't higher on the list is because most of his good fighting abilities is in space. So most of his good fighting abilities goes to waste. But still, he's pretty powerful. So, number 6, King Kong. The reason I picked King Kong number 6 is because he's a big ape and he's very smart too. Not only coming out with his own movies, he's very smart. He can use his environment around him to help him win the battle. He's very smart and tricky. Like when he battled Godzilla, he acted like he was badly hurt, and so he acted like he went to sleep so Godzilla would stop attacking him. Little spoiler from one of the Godzilla vs. King Kong movie fights, and seen as the Godzilla vs. King Kong, King of the Monsters is coming out, I this would be a pretty good spot to put him at. Number 5, Rodan. The reason I picked Rodan at number 5 is because he has astonishing abilities. He can fly really fast. He can fly really fast, and also he just absorbs any like atomic blast. So Godzilla's atomic blast doesn't really do anything to him, and he can help strengthen himself and like give other monsters like healing him, heal other monsters, which I think is astonishing. The only reason he wasn't like lower is because it wasn't higher on the list is because he doesn't have that much offensive abilities. But still, he's a really strong kaiju. Okay, number 4, King Ghidorah. The reason I picked King Ghidorah at number 4 is because of his astonishing abilities. He's a big dragon. He's a big dragon that can shoot out beams of yellow lightning beams out of his mouth, and he has 3 heads and 3 versions. So he's a really strong monster. And he can fly too. And he's so large. He's bigger than Godzilla, which gives him a lot of strength. And 3 heads that shoot out those yellow beams all at the same time. It can really damage some stuff. It can really damage something. It can really inflict a lot of damage on the environment and the other monsters. Number 3, Mechagodzilla. The reason I picked Mechagodzilla is because he is really he's astonishingly, he has so many abilities. He has a couple different versions of Mechagodzilla, like one version in Mechagodzilla vs. Godzilla. He doesn't have all the lasers coming out of his eye. He doesn't have that. He has like a shield where he can spin around real fast, and if the monster touch the shield, it like really hurts them. And it can deflect any like blast that comes at it. So yeah, and he has rainbow laser beams coming out of his eyes. It's so astonishing that not a lot of monsters can do that. It can do. So it also has like in some versions it has wings. Some versions it has these it's a little jetpack where it can shoot lasers out of that. In some versions, and he can also like shoot these little rope like cables and attach on to monsters and absorb their powers and absorb their like special attacks, which is really, really cool. Number 2, Godzilla. Oh my gosh. That scared me. Okay, Godzilla. Okay, this is the okay. I think a lot of people know why I put Godzilla on number 2. He's just so astonishing. He can blast an atomic blast out of his mouth. And a lot of his abilities come from like his claws and his mouth. Like if you've watched Godzilla King of the Monsters, the second Godzilla King of the Monsters, then this isn't a spoiler. He used his mouth to like chop off King Ghidorah's head and like eat him almost. Basically, so yeah, he's really strong. Number 1, Burning Godzilla. I think we all know why Burning Godzilla is number 1. Whenever Burning Godzilla shows up, it's like a stronger version of Godzilla. Way more powerful. And so, yeah. And the way Burning Godzilla was even made is Rodan like supercharged him and turned him into Burning Godzilla, which made his powers unstable. And eventually it was just too much power for him, and he made a big explosion, like wiping out the whole city. It was but we can also see this. it improved his fire. It improved his fire blast. It improved his strength, and it improved it improved his strength. So that's it for today. I thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye!